Hi, this is Majinoni, and for tonight's DC history video, I've decided to do Batman: The Killing Joke. Now, this is the deluxe edition, and at the end there's like a little extra short story. Now, this is written by Alan Moore and illustrated by Brian Boland. I'm not going to go into Alan Moore's credits because I think all of you guys already know Alan Moore, but for those of you who don't know Brian Boland, he's like one of the big UK artists that came over, like what, 20, 30 years ago or so. And his big thing, claim to fame, was basically illustrating 2000 AD and specifically Judge Dredd. And he pretty much was the go-to guy for Judge Dredd. He did lots of covers, and even when, like, later on in DC's work, every once in a while I would see his covers and stuff. And I grew up really liking Brian Boland because I used to read Judge Dredd, and so I instantly was hooked on his art style, and especially his covers. His faces and everything just really captured, at least for me, the character, and it got me right into the story. Now, The Killing Joke is a really disturbing story. It's you can't even say that this is a kid-friendly book. I mean, when I bought this, and I read through it, I was like, I didn't fully appreciate all the little things that was going on, and it wasn't until I reread it recently that I went, oh, wait a second, I totally didn't catch that. Now, keep in mind, when I'm saying that, I only mean that as, I saw certain events, but I didn't put two and two together because I was younger, and I didn't read it for, a good period of time, and it just wasn't until, I'd say, a few weeks ago that I finally read it, and that's when I was like, oh. Anyways, this, I guess you can say, I'm not as innocent as I used to be. Now, so here's like a good classic Brian Boland picture like that. Now, basically, this is a story where Batman, of course, Joker gets out and Batman's on his trail. We do get like a really, like an interesting origin of the Joker, and we see him as the Red Hood and things like that. And see, what Joker does is he goes after the Gordons, and he really, really crossed the line on this trade. And this story, impacts the Batman universe today because of, Barbara Gordon basically had to retire from being Batgirl, and she became Oracle. And from Oracle, she became, the Intel group, Intel for Batman, and, which of course then also went into Birds of Prey, and now she's basically a major, I think she's even more powerful as Oracle than she was as Batgirl, but she could never make that leap without this story, and it's a shame that probably a lot of Batman fans won't even read it. Because what you just see is usually a panel of what happened, and you don't get the full scope of what Joker did. And this is probably the most ugliest I've ever seen the Joker. I can't even show you the panels because I'm afraid some kid is going to see it, and or his mom's going to see it and then freak out on me. But basically, what I'll show up to is this, at least concerning this part. Joker basically, dressed as a tourist, knocks on the Gordon's door and shoots Barbara Gordon, and basically breaks her spine, and she's crippled. And he, at the same time, knocks out Commissioner Gordon. Now, see, I got that part, but this is the part that's really twisted. See, I remember seeing the Joker taking pictures of Barbara Gordon, but what I believe happened is the Joker not only shot her, crippled her, but he also raped her at the same time. And that's what I'm saying, because he crossed a line. Now, not only did he do that to Barbara Gordon, but Joker's minions, tasers, and I guess you can say rapes Commissioner Gordon. Now, Commissioner Gordon isn't, assaulted sexually, but his minions strip him of his clothes and like they taser him and then put a collar on him and lead him on his merry way, type thing. So, as you can see, it's like the Joker in a very dark place. Now, as you can tell, Batman is not amused by this at all, and he basically goes after the Joker. And I'm really, really surprised he didn't decapitate the Joker for what he did. Because, it's like the Joker also applied psychological warfare on Commissioner Gordon because, while he's in a cage-like thing, he sees pictures of what the Joker did. And while the pictures don't necessarily show you details, you get the gist of what happened. And that's why I'm saying this is a very, very, very dark story. And this was, like I said, I can appreciate it now as an adult, where I missed a lot of the high-end stuff as a kid. And this is, like I said, this is like a really, really good story. It's not even that expensive. It's only $18. It's not very thick, but if you're looking for a strong, twisted, dark Joker story, I don't think it gets that much darker than this, and especially since how important it is to DC history. And I really can't recommend this this gets one of my highest recommendations, just because it's a really good story. Other than, I don't want to sensationalize what Joker did, I'm just saying it's a good story. But if you haven't read it, over 18, or mature enough to take it, go to your local comic book store and ask for The Killing Joke. So, that's my quick history of Batman for tonight. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. Rate the video up or down and let me know what you think. And new comic book day tomorrow, so I'll have some reviews up, and I'll do more history stuff too. So until next time.